scumbags, scumbags, scumbags,
fraudulent,
worthless,
scumbags,
fraudulent,
scumbags,
worthless,
fraudulent,
scumbags,
fraudulent,
worthless,
fraudulent,
stressful,
unfair,
stressful,
fraudulent,
stressful,
fraudulent,
unfair,
stressful,
Victimised.
stressful,
fraudulent,
unfair,
stressful,
unfair,
worthless,
stressful,
fraudulent,
stressful,
unfair,
worthless,
fraudulent,
stressful,
scumbags,
fraudulent,
worthless,
scumbags,
fraudulent,
scumbags,
fraudulent,
unfair,
fraudulent,
unfair,
stressful,
unfair,
fraudulent,
stressful, stressful,
fraudulent,
stressful,
fraudulent,
stressful,
unfair,
stressful, 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 stressful,
worthless,
stressful,
fraudulent,
stressful, stressful,
fraudulent,
stressful, stressful,
fraudulent,
stressful,
worthless,
fraudulent,
stressful,
scumbags,
worthless,
fraudulent,
scumbags,
fraudulent,
worthless,
fraudulent,
stressful,
unfair,
stressful,
unfair,
stressful,
unfair,
stressful,
unfair,
stressful,
unfair,
fraudulent,
worthless,
stressful,
unfair,
fraudulent,
unfair,
worthless,
fraudulent,
stressful,
unfair,
scumbags,
stressful,
worthless,
stressful,
scumbags,
unfair,
stressful,
scumbags,
stressful,
worthless,
unfair,
stressful,
scumbags,
stressful,
unfair,
worthless,
stressful, stressful,
worthless, on seeing it, I thought this is fantastic. It just looks really good. And then you the cacophony of sound that hits you. It it hits you. It makes an impact, and it disorientates you because you're surrounded by all these voices repeating a word over and over.
The first thing that hit me was the shock and the visceral nature of the piercing voices that got through to me. And then as that happened, or as that was happening, and I was hearing the different voices collectively, I tried to hear the individuals. I tried to listen to the people within those black, dark towers, and know that they were people as well, and that inside that black tower that no one sees or no one knows, that those voices needed to be heard, and it felt like my own. There was a really strong feeling of pain, and I could really feel the visceral nature and gut feeling that people were expressing, not about the language that they were using, but about the tone of voice, the feeling of what they were expressing. It was something that really struck a chord with me.
You move through it, and you get individual voices, and you can pick out the words, so you understand what the people are feeling, how they've reacted to this stigma they've been given. But you also get the collective voice together, which is what gives you the disorientation. It's just this negativity, but you walk through. We can negotiate your way through that, and then you come to this other section. It's got a beautiful light that's very relaxing, and the music is very relaxing. And you can just shed these voices behind you.
I thought it was all expressed. It was all there. And I felt the repetition and the equality of having the same size of figures there and representations made us all equal.
It's like, you think, this is great. Well, one of the emotions you think I did have was, this is great that these people are actually being heard, because their voices are muted, and now they're getting a chance to say their side of the story, because all you hear is these people are scroungers, or the deceivers, or the liars. Their side of the story, how they're dehumanised. These are very negative words that symbolise dehumanisation. I mean, you are reduced to a scrounger. You are not a homo sapien, you are a scrounger, or a potential scrounger at the very best.
As far as I can see, disabled people don't have a voice. They're not given the forum to talk, so yeah, very pleased with it.
And it took me to a place where I didn't want to be. I didn't want to hear, I didn't want to feel what I was feeling, and I didn't want other people to go through that either.
It was disorientating as well, it was disturbing. So you've got an ambivalence there, that I'm glad I'm hearing these people's voices, but you're also wishing you weren't hearing these people's voices, because it's disturbing, and you'd realise that, you know, there is a discard within the world, because you can block that out and you can try and create this world around you that you feel is perfect, and that reminds you that no, the world isn't perfect, and it's not a pleasant thing to hear that the world isn't perfect.
I was being exposed with my most vulnerable, hardest feeling, vulnerable personal feelings, and my illness, and other people being there help me understand the world a bit better, help me understand more about the good things in myself, the positivity around what I've got in my life, the fact that there were people, hundreds of people who were interested in this project.
I think it could have a massive impact on awareness of the difficulties that disabled people go through in this country.
The study was about voices being muted by, well, basically, an assault on them by legislation enacted by Parliament from a government.
As an individual, being alienated, isolated, judged.
It's from the top up, isn't it? And our government's response to disability is very negative, so I think that passes down to the population of the country.
They were hard feelings to take in, because the anger that people felt and the expression of the very personal emotions were things that you don't feel or talk about in normal life.
Yeah, I do think there's a lot of shame. You are made to feel ashamed. People have come up with these visceral responses with these words. It's like, finally I can say what I feel. It's given me, it's given me a release. I can say what I feel. Even though it's just one word, the fact I can say it and the fact I can hear it over and over. Yeah, I can feel now like I'm being heard.
I really hope this artwork is exhibited around the world, really, because the pain that people feel with disability isn't understood, isn't listened to, isn't expressed, And there's a constant battle.
I want it to go bigger. I really would love to see it in a huge gallery, such as the Tate, with about 50 or even 100 voices. It's very profound. That's that in a nutshell. That it's profound, all of it.
So, in your opinion, what do you think the average person's feelings are towards disability?
Hatred,